Hi everyone, listen, it's Christine Fink here, and I've been getting a lot of questions on the 21 Day Fix guide using the containers. It gets a little confusing, especially when you're first starting, so I wanted to take a minute and explain a few things out of this book. So this is good for any time you're using the portion control containers. It doesn't have to be specifically with 21 Day Fix or 21 Day Fix Extreme. They do have the containers that you can do separately. But let's say you get this. This is the normal 21 Day Fix. Page 4 has a getting started page, okay? This will have where you plug in your current weight, and it runs through the calculations to tell you what calorie target you are supposed to be at. So once you know that information, you run that calculation. Page 19 gives you the chart, okay? So let's say you were 150 pounds, you run through the calorie count, and it tells you should be between 1,200 calories and 1,499 calories. So you're in this first row right here, okay? So that will tell me how many of each color container. So in this case, at the $1,200 calorie count, I need 3 green containers, I need 2 purple containers, 4 red containers, etc. That is your allowance for the entire day, okay? Each and every day you should have that many of that color container. So let's go to, like, for example, one of the recipes in the book. Let's go to this, page 53, quinoa, okay? So let's say you're making quinoa. On this recipe it says this recipe makes servings of 4, and a container equivalent per serving is 1 yellow container. So you'll have 4 yellow containers if you make the recipe according to the directions here, which is 1 cup of quinoa and 2 cups of cold water. That amount of quinoa will produce 4 yellow servings. Okay, now how many yellow containers you have depends on how many you're allowed for the day. So you have the option of saying, I'm just going to use 1 yellow container of quinoa. So I'm going to make a batch and have 4. I'm going to have 4 quinoas for the next 4 days, 1 serving each day, because I'm going to use a yellow for something else during my day, okay? Or you can say, I'm dying for some quinoa. I haven't used any of my yellow containers, and I am allowed to have 2. So I'm going to have a double serving of quinoa for my lunch, for example. And then I'm going to add my veggies, and I'm going to add other things to it. But how many of the servings you have is completely dependent on how many allowances of that color container you get per day, and how many you've used already, and how many you're planning on using later in the day. So, like I said, here it is quinoa. You can say, I'm going to have 1 yellow container, and I'm going to save the other 3. I'll have them throughout the week. So that's why it's a little bit helpful to see the servings, because you can sort of pre-plan. And I love to do this on a Sunday, and I'll make some hard-boiled eggs, I'll make a batch of the quinoa and say, okay, now I know throughout my day I'm going to take 1 yellow container of it. Maybe that day I'm going to have 2, because I'm not going to use my yellows anyplace else. So how many you use is up to you, and how many you are allowed. Does that make sense? Okay, I hope so. And don't forget, if you're in my Get Fit groups or my Link Get Fit group, I'm always posting some menus and some recipes to help you there too. And if you have any questions, just email me, christinefinkfitness@hotmail.com, or check me out at christinefinkfitness.com. Okay, thanks guys. Talk to you soon. Bye.